The honourable member for Harbour Grace Portagrave.
Oh, there we go. My light is on now. Thank you again. I'll begin again. Thank you, Mr. Chair, and it is certainly good to see you there in that chair. And I commend my colleague as well from last night. The member for Bonavista did a great job, and it certainly is an example of everyone working together. As we know, the Speaker's office is a non-partisan office, and we certainly are demonstrating teamwork here today and last night. I also just want to go on record today, and I mean, to wake up to that news, what happened with those workers, it certainly is heartbreaking. I have 2 Dominion stores in the region where I live, one in Bay Roberts and of course one in Carbonear. And they've been out there for so long. They've been out there several months picketing in all kinds of weather, day and night. And, we know they're in the private industry. We know the negotiations are happening, of course, with Unifor, with their union and the private company and Loblaw. But, to drive by and to see those men and women there, young and old, all ages, it's heartbreaking. And so one night, actually, I met with the town of Bay Roberts, and I had to run up the road to the Shoppers Drug Mart, and I saw those people. It was a wet night. It was a cold night, and I said, I picked up some food, and I went to the picket line, and I said, guys, I can't offer you a deal. I'm not in that position to do so. But as your MHA, as your friend, as your neighbor, I support you. And, I went up there, had a chat with them. But enough is enough, and I thank them on behalf of our government. I thank them on behalf of the district that I represent, Harbour Grace Portagrave, because let's just think back in March when this unprecedented pandemic struck not just our province but the entire world. Those men and women went to work. They didn't stay home in the safety of their own home like most of us did. They went to work. They could have. They had a decision. They didn't have to, but perhaps the situations how they live their lives and, the things they consider in the lives they live, they had to go to work, but they did. And imagine where we would have been as a people, as a province, if we didn't have our food stores to provide us the essentials that we need. Just imagine the situation. Amid the hustle and bustle of profit, and making money and successful and getting the best business deal. What about goodwill? My grandmother always said, you can make as much money as you want in this life, but it's the life that you live, the decisions that you make, Mr. Chair, how you treat others, how you treat yourself, and you can't take it with you when you die. So I just wanted to go on record here today. I did hear the minister on open line this morning, and I commend his support of encouragement, for those parties to get back at the bargaining table. I understand that the Sheraton Hotel, there's a reservation, and I understand the workers, the union, are inviting the company back to the bargaining table. I can only speak for myself as an individual, as a human being. I encourage them, let's find a resolution. Because those people, let's face it, I have actually the constituent of mine who made news. She works at one of the stores. I think she's a single mom, and she needs to rely on our provincial program for income support to make the ends meet. Imagine, Mr. Chair, if you had to go take a second job for the work that you do here as an MHA. But yet the pay wasn't cutting it, so you had to go and take up another job, or you had to go and, ask for help, ask for support. And now the situation that this individual is facing, because she's striking, because of the policies, she can no longer avail of that income support. So that she's literally between a rock and a hard place, or she's up the creek, as some people would say. So again, I can only speak for myself here, but let's remember the basics in life. We're human beings. When we die, when we leave this world, we're all the same, and we will be judged accordingly. I sincerely believe that. So I just wanted to add my voice, as an MHA, as a friend to those people in my district. Again, a shout out to those workers, those essential workers in Bay Roberts, as well as Carbonear, the region where I come from, Conception Bay North. Thank you so much, because without your support, without your dedication, without you getting up and going to work every day, this situation that what we're living in now, what we know is life in this pandemic with COVID-19, would have been much worse had you decided to pack it in and say, you know what, I'm looking after myself. So please, if you're listening out there, to the company, to the union, get together, let's make it work. We've got a lot to be grateful for, although the hardship that we're facing, the challenges that we're facing fiscally as a province. We are very fortunate to live where we live in this corner of the globe. We're leaders in how we've handled the pandemic, how our residents of Newfoundland and Labrador have taken the guidelines that have been given by our public health officials, including my friend, of course, Dr. Haggie, the member for Gander. And, but let's do our part. And again, I support them, and I hope to see a resolution. They deserve it, because we're all the same, Mr. Speaker, when it comes down to it. So I just wanted to put that out there. And again, if there's anything I can do for my residents out there to support them and to help them, please call my constituency office. I'm here for you. I'll do whatever I can within my power. That my number there for our office is 786-1372. And again, I wish them and I hope that they get everything that they deserve, because they certainly do deserve it. Thank you, Mr. Chair.